round to the truck, okay? Round to the truck. That's enough, come on. We know we're here, we know you're here. You're coming out, that's fine. Enough noise. Oh. I've become a bit of a dog walking channel, haven't I? Ooh, my head's cold, better get my beanie on. Morning spent doing my readings for uni after we had some groceries delivered. Had the boys either side of me on the couch while I was doing my readings. I fell asleep. I think we all fell asleep. I woke up when Sam got up to get off the lounge. Continued with my readings. It was raining most of this morning. Nice to be able to just chill out inside. Stopped raining about an hour or so ago and it's mid-afternoon. My wife asked if I was still taking them out and saw blue sky, so I said, yep. Just watching how he's going though, because he got very weak in his back legs last week on the walk on Sunday. And he couldn't do the stairs and he was falling down again. So he's been to the vet, been getting some anti-inflammation drugs to try and help his back legs heal. So we're just taking it a little easy. I'm not going to do any running today. Come on, Sam. Had to be better. The ground's not quite as crunchy after the rain. And apart from us, the bush is pretty quiet. So the first part of my uni assignment's due tomorrow night, and it's based on 3 weeks of readings and reflections in terms of educational leadership. I've been enjoying the format this time round. While it's still a case of here's the mandatory readings and here's some extra recommended, some suggested, the lecturer has put together, it's a presentation of some sort, looks fairly flash. Some quotes, some little bits of readings, some of her thoughts interspersed, the questions, the occasional video, like that video that I fell asleep to. She keeps in touch via email weekly. I'm kind of enjoying it. Good setup. I remember thinking at one point that in previous courses I needed to have that once a week Zoom meeting type thing that would keep me on track. I think the structure of this one's been pretty good. Sabotaged myself a little bit last week when I couldn't really get in the mood to do any of the readings and stuff. I eventually got to them, but it's a lot of making sure that you're motivated, I guess. You're self-motivated to get yourself through. Obviously, if the topic is really interesting, you'll get through it a lot more efficiently, I guess. What can you smell, boys? Eh? What's come through here since it rained? I guess my main motivation should be that this is my last semester. I've only got this one course to complete to get my master's. Come all this way, don't mess it up now. Wednesday Arvo, we had an afternoon class which finished up about half an hour ago, so the kids have not been going around packing up. All of my kids have gotten their projects this close to finished. There's a second coat of finish that needs to go on, so they've done their first coat today. It'll dry overnight. They'll do a second coat tomorrow and we'll set them up. They're due 3 o'clock tomorrow. They're going home to work on their folios. We'll do some folio tidy up tomorrow. Tomorrow's basically set aside for let's get the projects all completed, finalised, folios printed, set up, ready for marking. Marking's not for about 2 weeks, but they're not allowed to do anything to project or folio after 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's the due date for the whole state. I will show their projects after marking, so that'll come up in a later update. But just suffice to say, I'm pretty happy that all of the kids have done their projects. Yes, I've only got 4 kids, but all 4 have a project to present, and it's just a folio tidy up that needs to get done. As one of my staff said, I can retire now. Had 100% of a class have done their work. All right. It's the end of the day, Thursday. Actually, end of the day. PLT meetings for staff. We're creating a timetable team so that I'm not the only person doing the timetable, which is going to be very helpful. It's better to have more heads thinking about things. Projects were due 3 o'clock, folios were due 3 o'clock, and the students got them done. A little bit of a rush at the end for some of them with the folio, but it was done. We're set up down in the new senior room because it's not being used at the moment, but it means that the projects can sit here safely because marking doesn't happen for about 2 weeks' time. I'll take some video now or photos and I'll add them into a video post marking, just so they're not out there too soon. Good boys. I decided to have this walk earlier today. It's about 11:30. Nice out. I think I'm going to get too hot in this hoodie now because it's one of the thicker ones. Currently 16 degrees and sunny. Very light breeze, and there's the weather report. Back into the shorter walks, just while Batman heals up again. He's on some anti-inflammatories and a bit of treatment with our vet. They're helping with his back legs. Now, I know that if he gets the weight off, it'll help out a lot because he's carrying a lot of weight on his front end, like up around his shoulders and stuff, and a fair bit in his belly, just like Dad. The first uni assignment done last week, so the second round started this week, which involves more reading. Didn't get much of that done during the week. You just feel too exhausted, and especially this week with the senior projects being due, subject selection, organisation and that sort of thing. The Year 9 website I opened up this week. The Year 11 website was meant to close yesterday afternoon. Every kid hasn't picked yet, and there's really no rush for me to close it. I think I'll close it Sunday night so that I can work on what's come in on Monday. Year 8s into 9s have started their selection process strong. Some subjects are looking strong already, but we'll just wait and see. Ad for my new woodwork teacher closes this coming Wednesday, so hopefully we get some applicants this time. The government really hasn't created any incentives to become a teacher. They made all sorts of promises and deals with our union in the lead up to the state election. They ended up getting in as the government, and now they've backed out of the deal. The current pay deal is, or pay and conditions really, has become a very contentious issue again. And it's not just us, it's all frontline workers have had their pay deals backed out of. Police, fire, emergency services, nurses, teachers. We've all had our deal that was made to get them voted into government backed out of. That's where that stands.